I've said that I want to have real business owners on doing businesses that you don't hear about every single day on the internet. And this guy fits that mold. Last year, they did over $5 million doing print work, meaning they make clothing and apparel and promotional materials for businesses, including my own. We use them a ton for all of the different events that we do with M19 and my other companies. Today, I've got Austin Boyd out of Las Vegas. What's up, bro?
What's up, Ryan?
There we go.
Today, we also have the bald-headed co-host, Brian Davila.
I got some of his swag on.
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Thank
Austin,
you.
you produced that shirt.
Thank you.
Looks pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
great. Love it.
Yeah. So people have always asked me, they're like, dude, where do you guys get your stuff made? Like, we love the gear. People are always asking for more M19 gear too. And I always tell them it's this guy out here in Vegas. And, you know, it's interesting just even getting to know you over the years, like seeing the business grow. I'm like, dude, you guys did 5 million plus just like making shirts and putting logos on things. Like, there's a lot of ways to make money in this world.
Yeah.
How'd you get in that business?
Dude, it started in 10th grade, man. I worked for my parents' construction company all summer in Vegas, which was the most motivating thing in the whole world because I was like, I'm not going to be in construction anymore. Like 2 summers working. And then I bought bought some t-shirts at the mall and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I'm walking through the same high school halls that we went to same school. And this kid's wearing the same t-shirt as me. And I'm like, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like, bro, anyone can just go to the mall and buy a t-shirt. I'm like, what if I just made one? So I just had this little idea and it got really excited. And I spent the next 2 years in high school literally trying to sell t-shirts to all the different clubs. I would
Really?
just go track them all down. And it was crazy. My first year, we did $400 in sales.
Nice.
I gave everybody their money back because I messed up every single t-shirt. Like I was scared the whole school hated me because I like made some shirts and then they would come back and the logo would be gone. And they're like, what happened? Like,
Did you ever do like the tie-dye shirts?
dude, I did everything in the beginning. I was spray
remember,
painting
like-
with cans of spray paint on t-shirts. Like,
Yeah,
it
we
was
were
bad.
kids in high school. You would like, the spray paint shirts
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But like, you would tie-dye shirts and like that was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, the Tupperware. I had Tupperware
Yeah.
pins all over my garage, and I was doing that. But for some reason, I just got really excited about it. It's funny. I was talking to Danny, our friend Danny Bay, about
Yeah,
it.
he was on the show earlier.
And the year before my senior year, I just talked with him during the summer, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta have a plan. You gotta really get this dialed in." And so for the first time, I like wrote a plan and came back and did like 50,000 in sales my senior year. And
Damn.
I was like,
Dude, you've been an
Okay.
entrepreneur for
That's
a
a
minute.
lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
dude, anything to escape construction. Like that's how much I did not enjoy it. So no, I did that. But I mean, where it really started though, when I think about it, is like I just had this feeling, and this is why I like hanging out with you guys as faith-based people. Is, dude, I spent my entire 10th grade going to the library every day for lunch and reading my Bible and just
Mm.
asking God every day, like, can you give me something? Like, is there any meaning? Is there any something? I would like to do something in life that mattered, that was exciting. And one day I just felt like the idea hit me, and I just kept, spent years just trying to figure out how to make a cool t-shirt.
God put you on this earth to make t-shirts from the 10th grade.
I found my
That's-
life goal.
That's crazy. I've never heard like
Yeah.
such a random story.
Yeah.
Dude,
Now he has a Ferrari, so he's crushing.
He does have a Ferrari. Did you put a bumper sticker on it?
I should say I make t-shirts. Yeah.
So, okay, you're obviously making way more money than high school seniors freaking
Yeah.
printing shirts and stuff. What happened after that? You just like set up shop, or how'd it go?
Yeah, I mean, I really just set up shop in my parents' garage and just went ham. Like I just went all out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I skipped prom. I skipped everything. Like
Damn.
from 3
Did you
p.m.
play sports or anything?
I skipped everything.
I could.
That's so I'm like, yeah, I literally skipped I made the volleyball team, and they're like, we practice 5 times a week. And I'm like, no, see you guys later. I don't have that in.
bailed.
I bailed
Yeah.
instantly.
Were you out here in Vegas?
Yeah, I was at Clark. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Davila went
Oh,
to
you
the same
went to Clark?
school.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I see why.
What year were you?
09.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, we just never
Also,
met.
we were there the same
Let me
year.
imagine you with hair. Ah, okay. I could just
You
No
had a
beard.
beard at
Yeah,
10th
yeah.
grade.
No beard.
no beard. No.
Little afro.
I'm like, we must.
Did you have an afro?
I had an afro.
Bro, I wish
I
you
had
still had
braids.
hair.
I'm gonna get
Can,
mine.
can we take you to Turkey? You just went to Turkey.
I went to Tijuana.
Oh,
closer.
that's like
He
turkey.
just got his hair
Turkey.
did.
Yeah, I did.
Did it?
was,
How'd it go?
it was fantastic. Like
What'd your hair use?
His was way worse.
mine was
really?
mine was worse. So I did one other thing besides print t-shirts in high school is I was breakdancing. Like I loved breakdancing. I thought it was the coolest thing in the whole world.
What?
Yeah, and so I got I don't know if you remember the movie, was it like You Got Served or something? The guy would
Yeah, yeah.
slide on his
Oh,
head.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
The
I gotta
Mario.
learn how to do that.
Yeah,
And I
like
got
Channing
good at it.
ruin your hair.
I did it a few times without a beanie, and it like legit, like I think it killed the hair follicles.
Is
So
your dad bald or no?
No, like my
Is your mom's bald?
yeah, my mom's
Okay,
family.
it's probably your mom, dude.
But
I don't think you got it from breakdancing.
I had a straight bald mark, and the doctors are like, we've never seen this, and I'm like, yeah, I know why. Like,
Oh,
bro, I
okay.
damaged my hair, and so that I could do it nice, but I'd go swim with my kids, and I'd come out of the water, and it would just part like the Red Sea, bro. Just
Yeah,
it was
when
getting
it
bad.
wasn't a miracle.
So, and then when I was talking to you about it, and you're like, bro, any guy that can afford to do it should go get it done, and I'm like,
Oh, I
yeah.
said that. There we go.
There you go.
yeah,
Good
you
job,
said that to me, and I was like, well, if you don't have Ryan Pineda hair, then yeah, you should probably go get it done. It's not fair, man.
So you just got it done. I want to see you get it done now, since you.
No,
I want to see you
They're
with an
never taking
afro.
it from
You
the
would look
beard.
sick with like an afro beard.
No.
It was a little brutal, yeah.
I had a fade growing up my whole life, so I've never like besides I had an afro and then braids, but besides
You
that,
have braids too?
yeah, I'll show
Bro,
I'll
I
send
need
you
to
a
see that
picture.
I'm gonna go find the yearbook. Ryan, I'm gonna start sending you yearbook photos. I'm gonna find Brian and all. You were there what, 1 or 2 years?
1 year.
1 year, okay.
You dropped out
I'm
at
in
12.
yeah. I'm in the ninth grade yearbook
Okay.
for sure.
That
Wow.
was a good school.
Was Clark ghetto back then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But it
I mean,
had-
why am I asking that? I was there. I was 07.
Yeah.
so but yeah, I mean it
You went
was
to
cool.
Clark too?
Bonanza.
Oh,
Right. down
But
the
I
street.
we would play Clark, and I'm like, this place is a dump.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Clark,
ghetto.
but you know what? I mean, you were I think you were in the teach program,
Yeah.
is what you told me. I was in the finance program, which I got in by accident.
Oh wait,
And
you
so-
guys both chose to go there, the magnet school?
Yeah.
yeah.
I rode
What
that
were you
bus an
zoned for?
extra hour.
I was zoned for
Cheyenne?
Durango.
Not any I was like, Cheyenne, no way.
So you guys willfully went to Clark.
Yes.
What is
I
wrong?
didn't know. I was in the
Why
ninth
did your
grade.
parents do that?
I was in
to
the
you?
8th grade,
Dude,
bro.
Clark was actually I loved it. Like I loved it. I still love the school. I mean,
All right.
It was cool. I mean, my favorite part is I accidentally got in. Like I literally got a girls spot who dropped out because I had girls PE for like 6 months, which I hated as a freshman. I almost quit the school now. You know, as a freshman.
Bro, you have the craziest story.
It was
First
Great
you had
hands.
girls PE.
They didn't
Yeah.
think you had a girls PE. They just
no, they
like,
made me stand outside the locker room for like an
but you
hour.
didn't play with them still.
Yeah, I had to walk the lap. Like, like so what happens is, you know, they work on the senior schedule and then the juniors. By the time they get to freshmen, it was like
They're just
months
burnt
later.
out. They're like,
They're like,
Ryan,
ah,
just
and I'm
this
like,
guy."
can I just get moved to the other PE, please? And so that took like
And walk over to the boys.
no, because the lady's like, you're on my roster. You got to stay with us. And so yeah, there was
hell, bro. They should make a movie out of that.
no, it was
That's
crazy. And so,
funny.
but yeah, but then you know, the first year, freshman year was whatever, but then like 10th, 11th, 12th grade, that's why I started getting into some of like the finance classes. And it wasn't anything special. It's just the fact that like it was these old retired guys that ran it and they were awesome. Like the other teachers didn't even like them because they were super unorthodox. You know, one was an old retired guy from New York and he literally let me do anything. Like,
Really?
and that was the best part is I would come and I'd be like, hey, Mr. Faris, I got this idea to do this business. And he's like, all right, I'm changing the class. From now on, I'm going to grade you on how much you sell.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh crap. Like,
Yeah.
so he let me just take an hour and a half every day and walk around and
Yeah.
go sell t-shirts to all the
Yeah.
clubs. It was awesome.
My teachers wouldn't care if we walked out. Like we could walk out of class, and that was like normal.
That's funny.
It was weird.
Clark was another level.
It was a different. It was like you could just bail mid class. It was just like, all right.
Yeah, like I'm good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then every day, literally like 4 p.m. to midnight, I was just in my parents' garage. Like, I'm gonna
Grinding.
figure this out.
So
know,
you
and
went after school and just for 6 hours a day just made shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because you did them all yourself. You heat pressed them. You were like
yeah, I didn't even have a
researching
heat
crap.
press. I was actually trying to screen print. So I was in there with chemicals, trying to like burn screens like a dark room, like trying to figure it out.
Dude,
It was like at one point my parents came in. They're like, "I think you need to leave the door open from now on." Like
you're gonna like
Yeah,
fume
yeah.
yourself.
You
to
it was
passed
like
out a couple
Breaking Bad
times.
a little bit. I had no respirator, and they're like, "This is not good."
Yeah.
And so like, because I like first 2 days I was spray painting with the doors closed, like just stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, they're like, "Okay, you can do this, but you got to crack the garage door open, like so you don't die."
Yeah.
And so, but no, it was cool. I was having a blast doing it, and senior year was the only time I ever got straight A's in my whole life because all the teachers like ganged up on me and they're like, all right, we'll let you sell t-shirts, but you better have an A in every class. And so that was like, I was like,
How
cool,
are you
let's do it.
hustling selling t-shirts at school? Like, what would you do?
Dude, it was, I'm telling you, like, God literally put it all together. I accidentally joined the yearbook club, like, because I had to choose an elective. And day one, they're like, here's the list of every club on campus. And I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I I think these are called leads. Like, I think this is, like, I think so. My job was to go to take photos of everybody. And I was like, hey, by the way, I can make you guys t-shirt. I had no catalog. I had nothing. Like, I have no idea why it worked out, but I had my laptop and I was like, I'll design something in Photoshop for you real quick and I'll bring them back to you. Don't worry. And like, we just kept going.
So you made like the baseball shirt.
I made dude, the chess club.
You're like,
that
hey
had
guys, you
10
want to buy
kids.
this shirt?
Yeah.
How much did you sell the shirt for?
Like $10, like $8.
And how
you
much
know?
did it cost you?
Like $9. Like, I had no idea on price. That's why, like, my senior year, I made 50 grand in sales, but it probably cost me like 60. You know what I mean? Like, it was really motivating, but I didn't have it mapped out yet. I was just like, I can do this, and I made it easy and had fun. And I just remember I was standing in line. You remember that there was like the office in the cafeteria where we could go like pay for a yearbook or something.
Yeah.
And there's like 12 kids in line. And I'm like falling asleep. Like, I'd been up all night and everyone's in line to pay their $20 for a yearbook. And I'm like, dude, I'm the only kid in this line about to pick up an $8,000 check. I was like, I don't think I need sleep. Like, I'm down. Like, it just got me super motivated. And then like, the seniors, they'd give out 300 or 400 shirts. That would be $5,000-6,000 in t-shirts. So it really kept me going. And then what I just realized is every year after that, the teachers would just move to different schools. So then they'd be like, hey, are you still making this? I'm at this school and this school. And it just kind of naturally started growing. I didn't even conceive that there could be marketing. Like, I was not on that level yet.
Okay, so you get out of high school. Do you go to college?
I do.
Hey, real quick, I'm looking for one company to partner with this month and run their entire marketing and sales department. That means we're going to run their ads, build their funnels, manage their CRM, hire and train their sales team and manage them, and just handle all of the front end revenue for this business. All you would have to do is just manage fulfillment and serve your clients well. And for doing this, we're not going to do any kind of equity. It is just going to be a profit share agreement. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go to PinedaPartners.com right now. You can apply today. We're only taking on one company. And so if you think your company's a fit, make sure you apply today. You've got to be doing at least $50,000 a month in revenue in order for us to even look at it. So go to PinedaPartners.com today.
A semester and a half at UNLV.
Nice.
Okay. But you're making shirts while you're doing
I'm
it.
making shirts. And
Then you're just like, screw this. I'm just going all in on making
Yeah.
shirts.
yeah, I remember it like it was vivid. This is like the movie. I'm sitting there in my car. I've got my legal pad with all my orders written down. Ryan, I didn't understand that I could build a team like at the time. So I was like, I'm either going to go to class and get good grades or I'm going to complete these orders. There's no possibility I can do both. Like, that just doesn't exist. And so I was like, I'm not coming back to school. Like, I'm done with it. And then I just try to convince my mom for the rest of the semester that I was still going to school every day. Like, I would leave and just make flyers and just go pass them out to businesses and go like, anything that I could
Now
find.
you're at school, you're passing out
Yeah,
flyers.
pass it up. And then I finally told her and she's like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm like, all right. She's just like, just keep doing, just don't quit. Like, whatever you're going to do, just do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll keep doing it. Cause the backup plan was always go work construction for my parents' construction company. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I
Dang.
just really don't want to do that.
Dang.
So
So you didn't want to take over the family business.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then how'd you like scale the company after?
Just 18 years of
Like, when did you get out of the garage?
Yeah.
So 2 years later, I got out of the
He's like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 years ago.
It's like COVID came.
Yeah, 2 years. Exactly.
Yeah.
COVID came. No, like 2 years later, I'm going to actually get some wheels done on my car, and I look in, and there's this closed shop, and I'm like looking in there. I'm like, it's middle of the day. Why is this shop closed? It's on Sahara and Decatur, and the guys next door are like, I don't know. That guy's there sometimes. He's not. And then I just call this guy for like 3 weeks straight, and I'm like, I could see equipment in the back, and finally, like, I end up getting a hold of this guy, and him and his brother own a casino hotel downtown, and this was his side hobby. And his brother was so mad at him, like, bro, we're supposed to be running this like Howard Johnson Inn.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I need you to buy my brother's little like hobby. And
Yeah.
so he's like, my family owns the building. We'll set you up. Like, dude, I'm like 18, 19 years old, and they set me up with a lease. And I'm
Wow.
paying like $2,000 a month, and all of a sudden I'm out of my parents' garage and I have a shop
Dang.
and I have equipment. And so the wildest thing, this is where like, Ryan, I don't know how people can be entrepreneurs without having God in their lives, because like I went to a trade show and I got this flyer of the equipment I wanted and I taped it to the bottom of my glass desk and I prayed about it every day. When I took over the shop, it was that kid. Like, it was
Mm.
$50,000 of that exact equipment, the setup that I needed. Some guy had paid for it, and he just asked me to take over payments. I had, like, 10 grand left to pay, and so I took over payments, and it went from a parent's garage to a storefront in a weekend. Like, it
Wow.
was insane. Like, that's God,
Praise God.
100%.
That's crazy. So you get your first shop, and then, like, how did the business grow, like, over time?
Man, a lot of it in the beginning was just luck. It was just the places next door to me were really busy. You know, there was a wheels and tire place, and guys are coming to getting their cars done all the time.
You were just
There's
getting
a
foot
I
traffic.
was literally just getting foot traffic.
Wow.
And so there was a, Krav Maga gym next door, and people were just kind of coming. And then, like they're just showing up. And I'm just like, hey, we're here. And like I had a really lame website. I didn't understand to run ads, any of that kind of stuff.
Well, I
Um,
mean, a couple that hasn't changed,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I'm still working on it. That's what, but yeah, just literally kept showing up, and then weird things would happen, like random people would walk in my shop. Like one day, like a UFC coach walked in my shop, and turns out like printed for this guy for 10 years now. He just got UFC Coach of the Year. Like, so it's like, oh, cool. I got one lead. I'm just going to work this and just keep going at it. But in the beginning, I was using sales as a substitute to like to run my hobby.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed the business, but I didn't understand like the sales portion. And so I had to really kind of go through years and years of barely making it, barely surviving until I realized like, oh, printing shirts is the product. Like I have to actually sell and nurture and relationships and all that kind of stuff. And then it started growing pretty fast.
How'd you learn sales?
Dude, I joined a Grant Cardone like video like
That's
things
cool.
and just looked at it every day. And I would just um someone gave me a Jim Rohn CD, when I was in like
Mm,
when I was like 19 years. Actually, it was Danny. Danny gave me Jim Rohn CD, and I just listened to that thing every day, but still really was figuring it out on my own, man.
yeah.
And so that was the hard part.
I used to watch or listen to Grant Cardone's closing book,
Mhm.
and he would just go over different objections. And one of them was like, if they say I need to pray about it, he would say, okay, perfect. You need to pray about it. How do you like praying? Standing up, sitting down, or on the floor?
Yeah.
And then, all right, on the floor. All right, perfect. Let's pray right now.
That is something you would say.
No, that's why it was great when they did their training because the problem was like this was my only job. Like
Mm,
that was honestly one of the things that was one of the biggest problems. I had no experience. Like I was fired up, but I was like, I don't
Well,
know
you
how to
never
do
had a
this.
job. You
I
just
never
you
had a
were a
job.
business owner.
Yeah. Well,
You're like
I
me.
worked for my parents' construction company, and that was like, "Hey, go move those buckets and shovel this hole." And like, it was. I
Yeah.
think that was just the testing. That was just them like, "Hey, like you need to learn how to work."
dang.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. I'm like, I've never had a job. Like I don't know what it's like to just be told what to do. It's weird. The only job I had, my W-2 was being a pro baseball player. And
Mm.
that's not really a job. Like, you're in charge of your own career and like what you want to put
Exactly.
in,
Yeah.
But when did you finally start making like real money where you felt like, wow, I'm doing pretty well?
Yeah. Probably like 2016, 2017, we started doing good. I started building a team. Took me 10 years to hit $1 million in revenue from when I started. And then what happened is like I was doing everything at the beginning. I would
Even at 1 million, you were probably doing most of it.
Oh yeah, I was doing everything. I had just got out of production. I had just had a team that could actually print the shirts for me, but I was the office staff. Like it was me doing everything. And then I
Your
started building a
sales,
team,
marketing, office staff, everything.
everything. And then yeah, got really focused and then doubled and added another million and then added another million. And then that's when I was like, oh, sales is like the lifeblood to business. Like,
I have
wow.
to get new customers.
I need new customers. I need to follow up with old customers.
Yeah.
We're in a really interesting business because we make custom merch. Well, the problem with that is like it's like the parts bin. It's like, what if I was like, hey Ryan, here's a bunch of parts. Now you go make a car. And you're like, I don't want to do that. I want to buy a finished car. That's the hard part because everything's custom. And that's well, then now you're asking the customer to come up with all the ideas.
Mm.
So when we started kind of curating things a little bit better, it helped out a lot. But that was still it. And then I just got to the point where I was like, man, I'm gonna make sure the phone call gets answered within 2 rings. Like I just realized every other print shop was kind of a hole in the wall too. And I was like, if we just answered the phone and replied to emails,
Yeah.
I think we'll do okay. And so that's where it started going. And then yeah, we started doing good. Hit $2 million in revenue before COVID, and then when COVID hit, we evaporated. Like 80% of our business was done in 30 days.
Whoa.
Like all schools were sending emails where like schools are like, we're canceling everything.
Dang.
Like we print t-shirts for large groups of people and there was no more large groups of people.
That's so crazy.
So that's where I don't know. I had a little bit of money saved up and, the first 60 days I laid off my entire staff.
Damn.
I would show up in,
How many people was that?
at that time it was 15 people.
Man,
So I had a friend of mine that actually did all the he like made all the food for restaurants and everything. And so I asked him, I was like, bro, can you drop me off like a pallet of like milk and eggs, when everything got crazy?
Yeah.
And the dude had a pallet like delivered to my shop. So as everybody kind of got laid off, I was like,
Here's
here's
some
5
milk and
gallons
eggs.
of milk. Here's like a crate of eggs. Like I didn't know like what was gonna
tripping
happen
during
Yeah,
COVID.
and so I was like, this is my team, this is my family. And so I was like, dude, at least you guys will have toilet paper, milk, and eggs. and like almost all of them came back, which is awesome.
Oh,
And
you
so
rehired them all back.
dude,
Yeah.
I started running Instagram ads like 2 months later, just like, hey, I'm in a print shop. I need to print t-shirts. And then like I was convinced that all these people wanted to make merch and wanted to make a clothing brand. And now they finally had the time to do it. And so I would just post ads and I would take the slider on how much you want to spend and just take it to the top. Like that was my whole marketing plan. And we started picking up customers like crazy. And so it was just a wild time. So we literally went from 2 million to almost 0 and then ended that year at 2 million in revenue. And it was wild. And I was like, oh, I think we should be promoting our business. Like we should probably do that. And so it was crazy.
That is crazy.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this episode, but how would you like to be the one that I'm interviewing on this show? I'm looking for entrepreneurs who've got a great message to share, who have an inspiring story, and who can add value to the audience. So submit by going to wealthyway.com. So, I mean, now you've got a team. How big is the team now
I got
today?
40 people now.
40
Damn.
people. Like, what do these people do?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've got 6 people that do sales in the office that are building orders all day long. I've got
Wow.
5 people in the art department. They're literally prepping art files, everything. I've got a whole dark room where they build all the screens. I've got 3 guys in there. I've got about 15 guys in screen printing production that are running machines, folding shirts, packaging, shipping. Another 9 or 10 people in embroidery department. They're literally stitching all day. I've got it shipping and receiving. So they're hustling every day. Like we're moving anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 shirts a day. Like
Wow.
we're doing a lot.
What's like the margin on a printing company?
Not good.
Okay.
I mean, if we're doing great, we're 15 to 20%.
Okay,
if
got
it's
it.
going well. But what I learned along the way was it's very volume driven. It's volume.
It gets
So
more profitable with
it's
volume.
way more profitable. So like our break even point to just pay all the bills is like $300,000 every month.
Got
To
it.
pay the bills, buy the material, pay the staff.
Right.
But I realized at 400 we start cleaning up, and at 500 it gets really good. And
Yeah.
we had
Mm.
$700,000 months. I go, this is fantastic because if
You have all your fixed costs, they're the same.
they're the same, you just keep running. And same thing, if you're gonna spend all the time on artwork, you can print 1 shirt or 1,000. Well, then
Yeah.
that artwork
Yeah.
cost gets dropped down to nothing.
Yeah.
So volume is definitely where it's at.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How can you get more volume going forward?
Man, there's so much out there. It's really, we're up against obscurity. You know what I mean? Even doing the volume we're doing, we're still so small. There's still millions of people that have never heard about us.
Mhm.
So we're really that's right now. I'm just really going after just promoting, getting our name out. And then what has always done great for me the last few years is just getting good groups of people.
Right.
Like I know M19's been a great group for me. Before that, I did a bunch of car club stuff. I had a decision. I go, I can cold call places and they can tell me to go get lost, or I can go become friends with the owners. Like that's a way better, easier thing to do. And then, I did a bunch of car club stuff and people would be like, hey, by the way, like they'd call their team Monday, hey, we're just going to use Austin for everything. And I was like, that was way easier than cold calling. And so networking and building groups has been great for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember, I don't know how you first got started with us. Was it WealthCon?
Yeah.
You did
Well,
free stuff, right? Or something like
I
that?
think I showed up to the first event and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like 2,000 business owners in a room. I go, this is what I'm looking for. like I don't sell one-off t-shirts for, to go to Disneyland. Like I need
Yeah.
someone who's going to order 50 to 500 pieces, and you got like 2,000 people in a room. And it was cool. And then I just like, the other part that really hit me was like when you guys did the worship service, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like these are cool people. And then I think the next one I was like, wait, you're selling booths outside? I'm like, I'm in. I'll take one of those.
Yeah.
And then I think we started trading like booths for merch.
So you went to the event as an attendee.
Yeah, first
The
time.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then it's so funny, like the birth. I'm gonna call you. You know, I call Brian the first ever student of Wealthy Investor. I'm gonna call you the first unofficial M19 member
Yeah,
publicly.
that's true.
So what ended up happening was, I mean, I guess I did all the golf with Ryan stuff like early.
You did, yeah.
But you know, I was like, you know what, guys, we're gonna go to Bandon Dunes. This was in 2024.
Within a 36-hour notice. No,
Yeah,
it was
literally, yeah.
it was so last minute.
It was so last minute because Mindy tells me out of the blue. Mindy is responsible for M19.
Yeah.
And she tells me out of the blue, we're gonna go on some girls' trip. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? And she's like, oh, I already got the kids taken care of. Like, you know, my mom's coming and all this stuff. You could do whatever you want. I was like, whatever I want. Interesting. And yeah, I was like, what would I do if I could do whatever I want with no kids or no wife? Like, what would I do? I was like, you know, I love golf and I haven't like been on a true golf trip yet, you know, and I've seen all these amazing places and it's hard to get away. So then I went to the marketing team. I go, hey, what would be your favorite spot ever? They're like, Bandon Dunes. I was like, let's do it. And they're like, well, you can't. Like, you got to book it all far in advance and all this crap. And I was like, no, you don't. Okay. You just got to be good at sales. So I just
sell your way into that reservation.
Yeah. So I just called Bandon Dunes and I'm like, I want to go this weekend. This is like on Wednesday.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. And I was like, do you guys have room? And they're like, well, you know, we have this tee time. This guy just canceled and this tee time and this tee time. I'm like, I'll take them all. And they're like, we don't have any like hotel. I'm like, I'll just get an Airbnb, whatever. So I end up booking it. And then I go to the team. I go, we're going to Bandon Dunes. I was like, let's just sell one slot and it'll pay for the whole trip for everybody. It'll be a lot of fun. So I go on IG. I'm like, I have one slot to Bandon Dunes. It's 10 grand. Whoever wants it, DM me, first come, first serve. We're going in like 48 hours. And literally he texts me within, I kid you not, like 5 minutes of the post.
Dang.
Like within the story, he goes, I think I want to do it. And I was like, well, here's the link.
Yeah.
And literally within 10 minutes, it was gone. I was like, damn. And then I started getting flooded with DMs and people are like, bro, is it available? Is it available? I was like, it's gone. They're like, crap. And I was like, hold on. I call it Bandon.
Can I do one more spot?
I go, do you have any other tee times? And they're like, well, we can mid it. And I was like, give me them all. So I ended up getting another foursome, sold 4 other spots.
Dang.
And then, you know, our first ever unofficial M19 trip, we had 8 guys.
Yeah.
And
That was before M19 was actually a
it
thing.
was before it was a thing. It was just
Dang.
the
It's like
wealthy
proof of
golf trip.
concept.
Yeah, it was for sure a proof of concept because we assembled 5 ready and willing customers within a 48-hour trip. It was
That's
crazy.
interesting.
No, it was cool. And the only reason why I did it is like a week before, my wife's like, hey, check out this place called Bandon Dunes. And I was like, babe, we should go there one day. Like one day it'd be so, like a week before I'm like, that looks awesome. And I'm like, I'm still new at golf. I've never done a golf trip. Like I didn't go to college. I don't got, kind of friends like that. Like I don't have like friends like, oh, we have a golf trip every year. I'm like, we don't do that. And then you did it. And I was like, and even the thing about it, I was like, you know what? I started realizing, I was like, I was really into cars and doing all this stuff. And I go, you know what? Sometimes it's just worth it to just get in the room with the right people. I go, just go for it, And that was a blast. There was,
oh, bro, we had fun.
we walked. First of all, I didn't know it was a walking course. Didn't know what that meant. And we did 2 a day. We did 2 18s.
We did 2
days in a row. Did
we go
5?
2 days in a row?
Yes, we got 5 rounds of golf.
Remember. Oh, we
in
did
2.5
5
days.
rounds.
It was,
Oh, bro, I've changed the schedule a little bit from the
I think we
trial
talked
and error.
about that. Poor Justin, man, your camera guy was dying.
Oh, dude, he was dead.
He was dead.
He had this massive backpack. Just nobody was prepared. Literally, none of us knew really what to expect, myself included. And Justin had this massive backpack, and he's wearing like Jordans and just like walking 30. Dude, he was like,
we were walking like 35, 40,000 steps each day. But it was a blast. It was a fantastic time, and we had a great time. And I remember I was like, because we had 2 days, and I was like, I can't show up empty-handed. And so I like made some last minute.
You
I was
made some
texting him like,
custom hats.
give me everybody's initials. I put everybody's initials on the hats.
Yeah.
And so I've got one sitting in there in my cabinet at home, and I'm like, dude, that was a cool trip.
Yeah.
That was super
First ever
cool.
trip. And then it was funny. So like we did that and it was great. And then the next year, because you went to Payne's too, right?
I did.
Yeah. So we, basically I'm like, well, frick, let's run it back. That was fun last year. Let's do it again. And I go, we're going to go to Payne's Valley this time. And this time I knew there was demand and I gave some time. And so we ended up doing 12 guys to Payne's and same thing. It was just.
But on the flight back, I think because you're like, I think this should be a thing. And I'm like, yeah. I go, this was cool, man. Like, it was definitely, there was a lot less walking, and that was great.
Well, dude, you know what's so funny about that one too? So like, I forgot we played 5 rounds. And
dude, 5 rounds.
I forgot
2.5 days.
Did you guys finish them all?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ryan was like, we're finishing this round.
Dude, we had so much fun, but I remember I was like, okay, 5 was a bit much. Yeah. Let's try 4 next time. So we go to Payne's and, same deal we do, we come in.
Yep.
And then we still did 36 one of the days. And dude, on the back half of the 36, I was like,
it was crazy.
It's the last time we're doing 36. Like even just one day of 36 is too much.
That one was crazy. I mean, when that storm hit too, that was one of the craziest things.
There was like a tornado.
Storms out there. Like we started seeing the clouds start swirling.
It's in Kansas?
Yeah.
No, Missouri.
And I was like, oh no. And then the lady in the shop goes, hey, there's a storm. There's a bunker downstairs if we need it. And I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be wild.
What was crazy was it only lasted like.
Oh, it was over. It was so
It was
fast.
like 30 minutes a hurricane.
And then we dipped.
It was gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. But no, that was the overall good trip. See, the first trip, we golfed so much. I never saw what our hotel or our Airbnb looked like in the daylight. We left at like 4 in the morning. We came back at like midnight. I'm like, and then on the last day, it's on the beach. I'm like,
dead quiet.
Hey, this was here the whole time.
And I got us a sick Airbnb like on the beach.
Yeah.
I never knew there was a beach there. Because it was dark the whole time.
It was literally dark in the morning, dark at night. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was a wild one.
But then, yeah, I remember though, like at the end, I was like, bro, I think like this might be a thing. Like that was a good group and everybody's like, how can we do more? And like.
Well, then after Payne's, you were like, I think we need to add like a mastermind session.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I was like, I think I need to replace that.
2 rounds of golf's a lot in a day.
Yeah. You guys know I love the game of golf, and that is why I started M19. It is a golf mastermind for entrepreneurs who are doing over 7 figures in their business and who want to go on bucket list golf trips together. We already have hundreds of members all across the country, and we've been to some of the best courses in the world, places like Pebble Beach, Pinehurst, Bandon Dunes, and many others. The course is the best place to do deals, make great relationships, and have fun. So go to mastermind19.com today. And now M19 it's called Mastermind 19. And, that second day that's always been like the long day is now like a great just mastermind.
See, when you're a great golfer, it's not a big deal. But when you're shooting 120,
that's like back to back.
You took 250 swings.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was a lot, man.
That's funny. Yeah. And then I think after that plane flight, I had launched it to the group in like
12 minutes, 24 hours. It was definitely, it was fast. But then it was picking up and you're like, crap, we need merch for M19 now. And I'm like, okay, I'm on it. Like it started going quick.
Yeah. And then he's like, dude, we can create these sick boxes and everything. I was like, that is sick. Order them all. Yeah.
That's when I joined a car club. They'd sent me these boxes and I was just like, I loved it, but I still kept the box. It's just a box. And I'm like, I just felt so bad about throwing it away. And I'm like,
bro, everything that like they get now that's like everyone just loves was totally just not planned. I didn't have a plan for any of it. I'm like, yeah, I like the model. I think people are going to buy it. I think from that standpoint, it's going to be great. But like all the details of like the concierge levelness, I didn't even think about. And he's like, bro, we should give him like a sick box. Like, and he had done the custom hats at those previous 2. And I was like, bro, like, let's make these founder hats. Let's do these, bottles and he's like, we can give them towels. We can give them I'm like,
well, then I realized we can't just hand them all this stuff. Here, put your arms out. I'm like, it has to be packaged. It has to be a kit or a backpack.
So
or
then,
cool.
This beautiful box. And then I met the owner of Vessel Bags. And they're like, we should give him a bag too. And I'm like, that's starting to cost a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and they're like, bro, these guys are paying a lot. I'm like, I'm down. I'm just like, it didn't even occur to me, like, we should just give them a bag too.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I joined a $100,000 country club. They don't even give me a bag. You know, like,
The vessel bags are sick. It is
Yeah.
my favorite thing that I have.
yeah. And then I was like, dude, let's cut a deal with these guys. And now Vessel told me this, we're their #1 buyer of custom bags,
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
which then they're the biggest bag company in the world. So for us to be the biggest custom buyer of bags,
You got to tell them to affiliate.
I know, frick, what are these guys doing?
But it's cool now because I was at your home course and you're like, I saw the bag somewhere. So you like came and hunted me down. You're like, I saw an M19 bag.
Yeah, I was just
So it's
driving.
like-
I'm like, whose bag is that?
So I was like, cool. It's like it's just it's a really cool thing.
What are some of like the cool things you've made for clients before?
Dude, I've got like top 3 things. I just dropped off bulletproof vests to a client before
Dang.
this, like an hour before. That's the craziest thing we've ever done. They they haven't posted yet, so I can't say it, but it was a full tactical class 3 bulletproof vest
Mhm.
with their logos on the patches.
That's cool.
That was insane. We did merch for David Copperfield's island for a long time, which is
Really?
wild.
His
Like,
island?
yeah, David Copperfield apparently has an island,
Where?
Bahamas somewhere.
Where?
In the Bahamas.
Oh, the Bahamas.
Yeah, so he's got an island, and I guess they had some sort of like
Makes it
CrossFit
disappear.
gym.
The island's gone.
He's gone. We had a joke that like one time he called us and he was like complaining that someone came to his island wearing another island's logo on it, and he's like, "You have to wear my island." And so we're having a joke that like if he ever called us, he'd be like, "Okay, now look in your left pocket." I'm like, "Hey, it's your credit card." He's like, "Swipe it now, put it away," and just disappear. You know, like just stuff like that. And so yeah, we did theirs, and then after COVID, things got really disrupted, and I think because we just stuck in there, so much opportunity opened up. I mean, within 3 to 4 months after COVID, we were doing, Zoom and Visa and MasterCard and PlayStation and like
What the
just
heck?
yeah, I'd walk into production and be like, there's Butterfinger candy bar, like t-shirts going down the conveyor. And because we went all in during COVID, so many people just stopped.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
one. They had no
They-
options.
well,
They had to use the little guy.
Yeah, and they took the COVID retirement too. Like lots of big shops that, guys that have been doing it for 30, 40 years. I saw a bunch of them close up. There was a shop here in Vegas that closed up, and it was so big. They had 300 employees.
Wow.
I went in to go look at equipment, and they had everything. Like you could imagine, like it was a trade show. And I called my wife and I'm like, babe, how much money do we have in the bank? And she's like, we have like 150,000 like put aside. And I was like, I think we should spend it all today. And she's a smart one. I'm thinking she's gonna say no.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, do it. And then she hangs up and I'm like, oh crap. So we went from 15 to 30 employees in a weekend
Wow.
and then bought everything I could afford. Like just went nuts.
You bought all the equipment.
I bought everything. I didn't even have places. I would go to my office in the morning and then I would run over there at 10 a.m. because the equipment was still set up and I was just bringing work. I bought the equipment, the people stayed there, and then I just used their warehouse until they closed and kept running like work out of there until I had to finally palletize and move it all out of the way.
Wow.
Like it was wild.
How big are like printing companies in Vegas? Like what are some of the biggest ones?
I would say like 80% are just small,
Yeah.
handful of people. But the craziest thing is, and this has happened twice. When I was in a car club, I met a friend of mine who's doing $50 million a year in merch.
Wow.
And, they're phenomenal, and they're importing shipping containers and pallets, and they're doing nationwide, projects with big companies, that you've seen. I mean, you think about how many locations. Let's take like like a T-Mobile.
Yeah.
How many locations do they have? How many employees they have? They need a serious merch program behind it all.
Mm.
And so he does stuff like that. And then on the M19, I got to meet Mike, who runs a shop in
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
in Kentucky, I think. And dude, he's
They're massive.
massive, like
Yeah.
fantastic guy, like doing an incredible thing. And that's when I started finally meeting people in my industry. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to get incredible ideas.
Yeah, I remember our first ever trip to Stream Song, we had a ton of Christians and we were just at dinner talking about faith and stuff. And, one of the guys, his name's David. He's awesome guy. And he's a tent maker supporter too. And he was like, don't ever lose this element of M19. This is what makes it different. Golf typically is like debauchery and, getting drunk and going crazy. But like he's like, I've been at golf events for 30 years, and I've never once in 30 years sat down at dinner and everyone's talking about faith and Bible studies and, all of these things. I was like, oh, that happens every day at like what we do. Like
Mhm.
it just is what it is. And it's not like I even advertise as a Christian
Yeah.
golf group, you
Mm.
know? But Mike was one of those guys because him and Mike came in together. It's funny because I was like, Mike's like, I didn't even know who you were. David just said it's this cool Christian guy with a golf thing, and I joined. And I was like, tell me about your business. And he's like, oh, well, we, do print and shirts and all this stuff. And he's telling me how big they were. I was like, oh, you got to meet Austin. Austin's a little guppy compared to you.
Big time.
And I'm like, and he's a good Christian dude and he can help you. Like, well, he can't help you, but you can definitely help him.
No, we had a fantastic like hour and a half lunch. Like everyone went out and we just sat there in the
Stream Song?
Stream Song and just
Yeah.
talked for an hour and a half. And like to be able to see someone who's 25 years down the road and
Right.
just, hear what matters to them is incredible. Same in, in my industry. And he's, halfway across the country, but I'm like, oh, dude, you're dealing with this. You're thinking about this. Like that was, I think about that lunch probably once a week. Like that was no, he said some really important things because, in our business, there's a few different avenues you can go and you can print for the end user. You can start printing for brokers and that you'll get a lot of business fast, but you won't make anything, and it's so easy to go that route where you're going to get massive volumes and they're going to keep you busy all the time, but you won't make any money.
Wow.
And we were having that
He
conversation.
said he made sure you didn't do that.
Yeah, well, he was kind of telling me he was still trying to phase that out and it helped at some point, but he's like, man, like, I want to own my own customer. And I'm like, of course. Because then if you don't ever know the customer, it's kind of like the Airbnb thing. People are booking, but you can never retarget, never go back after that customer. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a haircut in the short run and literally go own my own customers.
Yeah, what's funny about that? That Stream Song trip was really good.
Yeah.
That was the third iteration after.
It kept getting better. Less
Yeah.
walking. The golf got better.
We had a mastermind session.
Yeah, it was really good.
But Myron went on that trip too. I forgot about that. That was fun.
That was great. I was watching his content. So to watch him in person, that was fantastic.
Yeah. So, but on that trip, I remember I learned about TikTok Shop and what is the other one called? I forget. But just
Like
the
the
live
live
social-
selling. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what the other one is.
Like whatnot.
Whatnot. Yeah, whatnot. So, we had multiple guys that were doing like 8 figures live selling. I'm like, and I've seen Gary Vee talking about it, and I'm like, tell me about like how this works. And they're showing me the live stream happening and all this stuff. But to your point about not owning your customer, I mean, I instantly saw the problem with it. And it's not that it's a problem, it's good marketing, but like Goated, who we have partnered with and collabed with on custom merch drops and stuff, they pretty much sell all on Whatnot. And I go, okay, so Whatnot takes like a 20% rip off every sale, number one. Number two, people are trying to go on Whatnot to get a good deal. So you're like devaluing your product. Because, if the MSRP is a $100 polo, they're trying to get it for 50 or whatever. That's why they're on the stream trying to get a deal. So you're devaluing your product. Whatnot's taking a rip. And then the worst part is you never actually own the customer because it's like Airbnb. They don't give you their information. It just instantly sends. And I go, the reason Swag Golf, which makes my head covers and all that stuff, just sold for 9 figures. And the reason Lab Golf just sold for 9 figures. And by the way, the founder of Lab Golf is supposed to be coming to Bandon with us this year too.
Oh, let's go.
But I was like, the reason those companies are worth so much is because they get full retail for their product on their website, no rip, and people buy instantly because they have their data every drop. When Swag drops a brand new product, I mean, they drop something every week. I look at it. I'm happy to get the email and the text. I'm like, oh, snap, I'm going to buy that. And I buy it, pay full price. And, and then they have the opposite effect where when people buy their stuff, they resell it for more than MSRP. So like people are collectors of these things knowing they can resell. So that's how you create, all that. And so, yeah, I agree. Like when somebody else owns all your traffic and they're taking a cut and discounting your services, it's almost impossible to make money.
Yeah.
What are other models in like the printing business? So there's like broker.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's enterprise. Is there like one-offs? Like, can someone say, hey, I want one shirt. Can you make
That's actually what kind of kept us through COVID is we did what they call it print on demand. So we did print on demand for, we were getting it going through 2019, 2020 was like gosh, we needed it. We survived literally one shirt at a time.
Mhm.
But but the problem I realized as we got into that, I started buying all this different equipment that big digital printers that just print one shirt at a time. Um, the problem is like I realized like we really need to become a technology company
Mm.
because like it wasn't just about the printing anymore. It's like, oh, now we have to build like a website and an interface
Yeah.
where that way we have to streamline the customer putting their design in
Yeah.
because we were always accustomed to, hey, we're going to print 100, 200 shirts. So it's worth making sure the design is perfect.
Yeah.
Now it has to be self-service.
Mm.
Customer has to do it. And people upload the wrong stuff all day long. So then we started dealing with people like, oh, I'm unhappy with how it look. I'm like, you uploaded it,
Yeah.
you know? So we did that for a little bit. And then I just realized like, this is a huge pain in the neck. And no one was ever happy with the quality.
Yeah.
Like, so we ended up completely getting rid of that. And I was like, you know what? We're not going to do the one-off stuff.
You have one-off customer.
I have one-off customer. That's true. And it's very special one-off stuff.
Mm.
That's Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I literally about once a month, I'm like, here's all my stuff.
Yeah.
Throw a 19 on it.
Yeah.
Tiffany's like, there's another box coming your way.
Yeah.
And so, but even what makes it so easy is like, we already have the logo. We already have, you know, the patches. We're already set
Yeah, I'm
up.
not asking for a custom design. I'm like, here's the jacket.
Put it on. Yeah. Make
Throw
it
it
cool.
on.
So
Got
it's so easy.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, what I realize is like, do I want a bunch of $20 to $25 problems, or would I rather have like $2,000 problems, $10,000 problems? So we just focused
$200,000 problem.
that exactly. And so we started focusing on like bulk, and we kind of realized there's not a lot of like people like the bigger the order gets, the more personal like connection they want to have.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we were doing large stuff for like NFL and stuff like that, they will spend an hour on a Zoom call with you. They want to make sure.
So
it's
you've worked
perfect.
with the NFL.
Yeah, we've done $200,000-$300,000 projects
Wow.
for their
But
whole
like,
flag.
what did they want?
For NFL flag nationwide, we did all of the merch for the events. So it was like the Pro
Oh, for
Bowl.
flag football.
Yeah, for flag. So they would do these big old championships, and it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch. Like I ordered so many Nike backpacks one time that the Nike rep called and was like, "Are you guys bootlegging this? Like, are you selling it on eBay or Etsy or whatever?" And I was like, "No, it's for NFL." And they said, "You can't do that. We have the NFL." I said, "Well, it's for like their youth program." And they're like, their contract, they covered pro sports and they covered high school, but it wasn't either of those. So like we barely snuck through because I was ordering $100,000 in Nike backpacks.
Right.
And like they're, you know, we started getting flags and I was like, this is cool. Like this is really great. We're ordering so much like that we're bothering people. And so we did a bunch of stuff like that.
Didn't you do some stuff with some of the big golf companies you were telling me?
We've done a little bit of golf, not so much golf. What we've done is there's been some pretty big golf companies that come out, and when they want it decorated for each individual course, you know, it's like you'll have their logo here and then you have the country club logo. That's where we started doing all the decoration for them.
Right.
And so there's some
They already
pretty
have their
cool-
shirt and
they already have everything.
Yeah.
But then there is the customization of like, how many golf courses are there? There's a million, you know, across the country, and you got to make sure it's all, you know, in quick, decorated, and right back out.
What about like if someone starts a clothing brand? Do you
Yeah.
guys ever fulfill for those people?
We do that's become I think it's really excited. Honestly, it's been YouTubers. Like YouTubers are
Making merch.
You're making merch.
Are they
Yeah.
just doing like print on demand?
No, we're doing a lot. Like we've got some like a YouTuber in Vegas that gambles, and they're
Steve will do it.
crushing it.
Do you
man.
live out here?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He lives by the Red Rock.
Oh,
No, we have $1 million a year customers that are just selling merch, and it's so much volume it can't be on demand. We're
Mm.
producing in bulk. Some of them we'll actually store the merch and then plug into their Shopify, and literally I got people picking, packing, and shipping every day.
Wow.
Kind of what we're doing with M19 every time the kits go out.
Yeah.
So it makes it really exciting.
Did you ever try to make your own clothing brand?
Dude, that was the whole point.
that was in high school.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do this whole time.
Yeah.
And we never make our own shirts
Never
anymore.
figured it out.
All I'd like to do is make my own t-shirt. And so then I started working
He's
for
still can't
everybody
figure out
else.
brand. He's just like, I'll just make everything.
How do I have any time, man? It's like everybody else's order comes first. And so
Bro, we got to get you making your own brand.
it would crush it. If we
What
could
would you
figure
do?
that out.
Like, what would your avatar be?
That's the thing I haven't figured out. I just really
I have no idea what it is.
I enjoyed working and helping other people so much that I was like, that's what gets me out of bed and gets me excited. Is someone's like, I got this idea. I don't know how to fill this gap. And I was like, oh, that's the only thing I know how to do. It's like, I can take it from that to production.
But let's say for you, your shirt right now, let's say you wanted to do that shirt in like green with a different collar.
Yeah.
Can you go make that happen?
No, that's actually kind of outside of our
That's
scope.
in China.
Yeah, that's in China. Yeah.
I mean, I've gone down that road.
Really?
Like you have to get the thing made
You
from
get cut
zero.
and sew.
Like he's buying a finished shirt
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Just decorate it.
applying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
But you couldn't do the other thing.
we've looked into it, and just the volume, the time,
Mhm.
it's so great that we've done it for a few customers, but they got to be really organized.
Yeah.
They got to have the time, they got to have the budget, and they got to need the volume. And when you do it, it's great. Like I've done some stuff for NFL where we did full custom jerseys and stuff like that, and it's fantastic. But we're in this nice sweet spot where we're doing orders from 36 to 500, and what kind of keeps our work here is it's not big enough for China. So
Got it.
that's what keeps us going. But there's so much in that sector.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about M19 as it grows because, our members just want more and more
Yeah.
swag. They keep asking. They want Brian's shirt. They're like, give me Brian's shirt. I'm like, we don't have any. Like, we gotta.
I'm trying to sell one.
I'm gonna tell you.
Well, that
Yeah.
would be the signature.
Yeah. But it got me thinking too. Like, I've just always been in the world of like, and kind of like even your customers where you make a product for their business, which isn't
Yeah.
like a merch business. It's
Mhm.
like M19's a mastermind, the shirts you're making for Wealthy Investor was for a coaching program and just like a random business. But it's like, man, when you're in the business of actually selling goods,
Yeah.
like we just started that with Dad Built now. We partner with them. And I'm like, I wonder how this is going to go where it's like the product is the good
Mhm.
and that's the margin and that is the business selling products.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean they go hand in hand because on one hand, a service is much easier. Like it's there's no fulfillment and logistics. I mean, I like it. Like we started a med spa almost 2 years ago, and I like it. I love it. There's no customization, there's no logos, there's no graphics. It's just service. But on the other hand, service needs a product sometimes. It needs something to touch and feel, and
Yeah.
like especially if you're joining a mastermind, spending thousands of dollars, you kind of need something to touch at the end of the
Yeah.
day to be like, where'd the money go? At least
And
I'm
it's the
something I
best
can.
marketing for
can
your
hang on to.
service.
Yeah.
If people genuinely want to wear your company, which doesn't happen in a lot of companies where it's like, I could love your med spa, but I'm probably not wearing the med spa shirt,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
you would, but I
well-
don't know that customers would.
I'll be honest, the customers love it. Like,
They did.
yeah, like Laser Skin Lounge just crushes it. And it's because we make it look like something you'd want to wear.
Right.
If it looks like you work at Best Buy, like I'm not wearing that polo, like that's why I refuse to have royal blue polos at my office. I'm like, we don't work at Best Buy,
Yeah.
And so, but if you make it really cool, like this is my favorite thing about merch. There's no other advertising where they pay you.
Yeah.
Like I've thought about it for years, unless you guys have something, but I'm like, ads I spend money on, billboards I spend money on, everything else I spend money. Merch I sell, they pay me, they wear it. Like
Right.
for gyms, we crush it.
I've thought about that so much with golf courses and stuff. Like for my normal businesses up before M19, I was like, man, I get like we give people merch and people wear it and stuff. The Villas still wear a shirt from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's great. But like it's just different. Like when the merch is the product, like when I see people wear Louis Vuitton, I'm like, dude, not only did they pay them $1,000 for that shirt,
Yeah.
but they're also giving them all the advertising.
Yeah.
Especially like a celebrity on social media
Yeah.
wearing Louis. I'm just like, it blows my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
that celebrity gets paid to promote things. They paid Louis Vuitton to get that shirt,
Mhm.
and they're actively promoting it for free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is like the ultimate marketing when people your thing is so good and fashionable that they want to wear it.
Big time.
And it's like reoccurring.
Well,
Yeah.
No one buys one Louis Vuitton.
No.
exactly. You're like, and now I need the whole set to go
Yeah.
with it. I can't wear Kmart with Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't go. No, but that's why like when we really started taking off too, we started working with lots of like CrossFit gyms and stuff like that. And we realized these gyms get paid like once a month when memberships go through. Like
Mm.
that's when they get paid. Like that's it. So they're trying to sell supplements and stuff like that. And then when we started with one gym, we started making some cool merch for it, and it was exciting. Then people, they want it, they'd show up, they forget a shirt, they need to wear
Yeah.
something. But then they started telling me like, oh, bro, our referrals are going up because someone's going, oh, you go to that gym,
Yep.
now I'm going to trust. Oh,
Yeah.
you do this, now I'm good. And then like I just went ham for like a few years just going after gyms. Like, bro, you need every member wearing your shirt because it's like the golden handshake. It's like a referral.
Yeah.
Like if I
Yeah.
find out, if you tell me I went to this restaurant and it was amazing, I'm going to listen to that way more than just scrolling on my phone. Like,
Yeah.
where do I want to go eat?
And that's part of my plan. I'm going to just take over all the golf courses with 19s, just everywhere with our members, with their bags, with all that. And then I just started the ambassador program that I got the idea from Danny. So we're launching that today. And it's like,
Danny's a beast.
yeah.
Danny's on another level.
Yeah. And like if I get all the caddies and
That's crazy.
everyone,
Yep.
bro, then it's game over.
What would you say is like your biggest bottlenecks right now? What's stopping you from
Me?
getting
No.
attention?
No, I mean, our biggest issue right now, it's funny, I've like slowly took steps. I think I'm doing business backwards. Like, let's be honest. Like, in the beginning, I wanted to make the product. And so I spent all the time on that. And then I realized I needed the team. And then I was like, I got to work on sales. And I'm at the point, and this is what's been so cool of hanging out with you guys all the time, is like the marketing and the nurture, which should probably be number one, is just something I'm new to. Like, we got to $5 million in sales without a CRM. You know? Like
That's crazy.
I remember talking about that on the plane. I was like, huh? I'm like,
Just
how
on
do
your
you
phone?
like how do you track these?
Yeah, this is what happens. I take a shower in the morning and go, oh, I'm thinking of that guy. I better call him today. You know, like that was my follow-up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, oh, someone pops in my head. Okay, who ordered this time last month? It was all manual because we have a very industry-specific software that we use for invoicing. But it just stores the customer's name and phone number. Like, there's nothing that happens after that. And so being around, you know, even with you guys, when you kind of showed me what you did, I'm like, oh my gosh. So then it's been the last 6 months of how do I use this? How do I deploy it? You know, messing up automations and accidentally firing a text message to everybody at the same time, you know, like just
do that all the
working
time.
through all that.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel better, honestly.
Yeah. It's called marketing.
So just
you hit
marketing,
everyone.
pretty much.
But it's literally that. It's that top of funnel, because my favorite thing in the entire world, and I love this, is like customer comes in, we give them a tour of the shop, we show them cool merch. I actually got that from my wife used to be a dental assistant. And the dentist, he said a lot of people don't like going to the dentist.
Yeah.
So he would give them a tour, and they had a really nice office. Hey, this is where the machine that makes the crowns, and this is where we do the cleanings. And he said once he kind of gave them a tour, they kind of go, oh, this place isn't scary. They become better clients.
Yeah.
And so I just naturally started going, hey, there's where we print the t-shirts. Here's what we do with this. And then people would be like, oh, what are you printing there? Like, what's that?
Yeah.
And I realized I started giving them tons of ideas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, everybody gets a tour.
Yeah.
And so, and when I do that, that's what I love. And so I go, okay, now I have this disconnect of once they get in the door, they love it. They go, this is everything I wanted. How do I communicate that? Got to get in the door, you know what I mean? Or because you already know how to order merch and you just need a place to order it. Great. We're a great customer. But if you need to figure out how do I get, you know, what's my options? What's the items and decorations?
Side note, if anyone wants to get merch from you guys, they don't have to be in Vegas. Obviously.
Oh, no, we do nationwide. Yeah.
And where do they go?
Aliveprintshop.com.
Liveprintshop.com. So the other thing I was thinking about with you was the med spa, which you brought up. Why did you start a med spa?
Dude, I just started having hair grow places that no, I'm just kidding.
What the heck?
I went to Turkey.
I went to Turkey. I'm trying to glow up a little bit. No, my wife has been like the backbone of everything. Help me think through it. And being a young entrepreneur.
Were you guys together in the bit? Or no, you said she was before this.
She was a dental assistant.
Yeah,
so she took a few years and went and did a few other things. But growing up, she worked at her parents' dry cleaners, and I learned accounting and these basic things. So she would just help me all the time.
A Korean with a dry cleaner. Okay.
She's the best, man. She's the smartest person I've ever met. And so she would just help me because I was like, oh no, I owe taxes this year. You know what I mean? Like I was not set up, and she helped me with all that. And then
you're like, I've been running on the black market cash for all these years.
And so like 5 years ago, as we were having kids, she kept saying, what's going to be my next, because she just did a stay-at-home mom and still helped me with bookkeeping. And she started thinking, like, she's like, I really like skincare. And, Koreans are all about skincare and everything. And my wife's mom never let her wear makeup growing up. And so like, she's got great skin and everything. And she's like, man, I'd love to get into that. And then she like went to get laser hair removal and realized like there was a few places in town and the experience wasn't great and all this stuff. And she's like, I think we could do that. And so we spent 2.5 years before we told anybody. Like we were scared to tell anybody. Like we're gonna learn this. And I just had one rule. I said, if we do this, you cannot go to school to do it. And she's like, why? I'm like, because I've been trying to work out of production for the last 15 years. If we do this, we're going to run it as a business. We're going to focus on the customer experience, and we're going to hire qualified people that graduate from school every single day that need a great place to work. We're going to focus on making a great place to work. And that has been the biggest success of just hiring technicians. They're fantastic.
She wanted to be a technician.
Oh, she wanted to be a technician.
Oh.
And I was like, no.
You're like, nah.
Like, no. I was like, that's not, because then we would just be another small business with one location that never,
Yeah.
and we would never be able to grow outside of our own, like business owner running the business. And so we went this route. And believe me, the first few months, it was difficult. It was really difficult. And we poured, almost $1 million into equipment and everything. And,
Wow.
and
Dang.
dude, I just knew how hard it was in the beginning of trying to buy equipment and everything. And I was like, if we do this, I want to set it up right and just make sure everything's paid off. Equipment's right, everything's there. We found the only unit that was vacant in Centennial, like in miles, and it was previously a chiropractor's office, perfectly split already into different rooms. Like we went in and we went from turnkey to 30 days we opened.
Wow.
And so when we walked it with our realtor, she's like, "Who are these 5 guys?" I'm like, "That's the landscape, or that's the cabinet guy, that's the electrician, we walked it." And in 30 days, we redid the whole thing because my parents are in construction. So I was like, "Mom, I need your help." And so we did the whole thing, opened, and we really, really learned a lot. And what I've learned is anybody can go buy the laser equipment. Learning how to use it is a completely different thing. It's like we do tattoo removal and we do all this stuff now. There's a lot of places out there just zapping everybody on the same settings. Like you have to dial in all these different adjustments. And we get people coming, they're like, "Oh, I've had like 30 different treatments and my tattoo is like slightly faded. And 2 treatments, it's like almost gone." And I'm like, dude, so my wife, she just loves getting into just all the details on it. And it's been amazing.
How big is that business?
They're doing great. We just broke our year, doing about $50,000 a month in revenue. Service though, so our costs are pretty low. We just front loaded so much equipment cost.
Yeah.
And they've been on a roll. So we got 5 techs over there.
Dang.
And so we're open 7 days a week now. It's been really cool.
What's the story with your Ferrari?
Dude, this guy left it in the valley and I just stole it, dude.
I just changed the plates and started driving it.
I was wearing a red
Had it,
jacket.
yeah.
I came out of the hotel.
No one
and
said anything. I still have it.
I just needed a grocery getter, man. I just needed to no, I blame it all on Danny, by the way. Danny's the reason why I like cars. Like I was like 18 years old. He called me one day and he's like, "Hey, can you catch a flight in like 30 minutes to Orange County?" And I'm like, "Yes, I have nothing to do." I flew out. Dude bought a Lamborghini like in 2008 or 9. Like no one had anything back. Like you didn't see that. And I rode home with him for like 4 hours and it just blew my mind, dude.
Funny.
Yeah, it just blew my mind because like I had only had posters of this. I didn't know you could own this. Like I didn't know it was
Let alone
possible.
drive it from Cali to Vegas.
Yeah. Well, we almost caused so many car accidents because people were just whipping their head and not watching.
Dang.
And it was blacked out. It looked like the Batmobile. It was crazy. And we couldn't have a conversation because it was so loud. We just yelled at each other for like, but to me, like he had talked about like, "Oh, I'm going to buy a cool car one day." And Danny was probably like, I don't know. He's only a few years older than me. He's probably in his mid-20s. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is wild. I didn't know it was possible.
Doing network marketing
Yeah.
at 25 buying Lambos.
Yeah.
Danny's on another level. And so, but yeah, that's why I was just like, yeah, I think it'd be cool, And so I had it on I would literally, I told Danny this, I'm like, dude, I would drive to work so many times and just, and make like car noises in my head. And I'm like, one day I'm just going to buy a cool car. And so that's it.
You're just like, remember?
Oh, 100%.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, like, bro,
Vroom, vroom.
I had a nice car that got totaled, and I ended up in this little Ford SUV. And I would just like, in my mind, I was like, one day the car's gonna make a great sound. Like I was just envisioning it. I was just like, one day I just want to have a cool.
Then he has a Tesla, it makes no noise.
I can't do it right. I can't get on the. Yeah, it was just this thing that I thought like it would be cool if it was possible. And you know what's funny? 3 weeks later, it's just a car.
It's normal.
It's just normal car.
How much you pay for it?
Like 200K.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's a lot.
But I'll tell you, I did it for one reason. Like I wanted to do it, but then I just realized it's the same thing as golf. Like if I was like, I'm going to spend my marketing budget one year on just getting a cool car. And I used to print t-shirts for Houston who did Royalty Exotic. And so I started going on little trips with them where they would do 2 dozen cars. And I met all these interesting people that had companies that needed merch. And I was like, I think I'm just going to buy a McLaren and like go join a car club. I generated like $2 million of revenue from doing that.
Wow.
And then I sold that car because it was a little go-kart. And I was like, I want a car I can actually fit in. And so I got a Ferrari with back seats.
Damn.
It's sweet.
That's dope.
Do you have a normal car?
Yeah. I drive an X5 every day. A hybrid.
There we go.
So I never pay for gas.
And then now you do golf. I mean, you did M19 and then you just joined a golf club too. So you're just a network guy.
Dude, that's my favorite part about business. Like, I like making product, but I just like meeting people. I like getting to know them. I don't know. I think in the beginning I thought I had it all figured out, and the older I get, I'm like, I don't know anything.
That's
Like, and so
interesting.
I just want to learn and have conversations and
Are you
figure
are
out.
you thinking about buying another print shop? Trying to
You know,
get it that way?
I don't think so. I have a buddy of mine who's pushing me a lot. He's like, dude, we just need to start like just buying companies up. And I'm like, I really want to get good at the marketing part. I want to learn how to blow a company up before I go buy one, because then if I go buy one, I'm just going to end up with two problems. If I can get really good at the whole funnel of customers and converting all this stuff, and like, let me do that first and get that dialed in, and then we can go nuts.
Yeah, makes
Because
sense.
growing too fast sometimes is not good.
Yeah,
Well, it's not growing. You're just accumulating more problems. And I'm like, I want to get good at something first.
yeah. You're growing problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bro, that's an inspiring story. I
That
think
was
it's
fun.
awesome and definitely unique. First ever print shop guy
Yeah.
on the show. So, like you said earlier, where do people find you if they want to connect?
Oh yeah. Aliveprintshop.com is the best way. I'm on Instagram, Austin Boyd, Las Vegas. And I love helping businesses and entrepreneurs and, especially people in my industry. I love helping.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're subscribed. If you need merch, go hit up Austin, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching the last episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you catch the next episode that's playing right now.